Jane, do you think this outfit makes me look, a little gay?
Yes, absolutely. It's terrible.
Hey, Bub, does this outfit make me look kinda...
I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. You do look gay. Now you're thinking about stabbing me.
What do you think, Robin? A little gay?
No, wait, Batman. I think it looks pretty cool.
All right. Wait a minute. What are you wearing? Your costume has a fucking button-up collar on it. I'm getting a second opinion. Where's Alfred? Alfred? I like this.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
I like the color.
It's hot pink. You're wearing a hot pink vest.
I like the way it's cut.
Dude, I'm telling you, you look super gay.
Really?
It's awful.
Okay. Let me try this. By the power of Brainstorm!
Okay, what about now?
More gay.
There. To the Batmobile. Let's go.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Here, ready to move out.
So we're talking with Vera Vanguard.
Well, hello there.
Is that your real name, or is that like your stage name?
That is my real name. It's in my passport.
And you were born in Russia, specifically?
Moscow. Yeah, Moscow. I was born in Moscow. Came here when I was 4 and grew up in New York City, growing up in the super ghetto fabulous Lower East Side of Manhattan, and being the only white girl. I was the only white kid in an all-Chinese elementary school, the only white kid in an all-Puerto Rican Dominican junior high, and then I saw white other kids for the first time in high school.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow!
And then eventually you made it to the West Coast. And
4 years ago.
How'd you get out there, and why'd you get out there?
Well, I just figured, I've had all this education and boring. Hey, Mom, I think I'll be an actor. See ya. Oh, wait.
Did she drop to the floor?
Why don't you listen to me?
Oh, yeah. After my degree in molecular biology and my MBA, she was a little, hesitant.
So you can speak fluent Russian, or you can just...
I can.
Okay. Can you say the Fan Film Podcast kicks ass in Russian?
I don't know how to say kicks ass in Russian.
Oh, you can...
I could do an quote somewhere. Fanboy Theater был очень хороший, очень интересный show.
And what's that?
Is that sexy? I said you guys are a very interesting and wonderful show.
Oh, okay.
Is that sexy? Lots of people find that sexy. I don't know why. Hot Russian women speaking Russian.
Well, I think, most guys think either accents or, speaking another language or whatnot sexy when they're American, and maybe it's the same way over there.
Maybe it is.
I don't know.
I think they find Americans sexy over there.
I don't know why, but okay.
Money.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Now, you said you were, now I can relate to this, so I'm not trying to, knock you down is not the phrase I'm trying to think of, but you were kind of a larger girl when you were growing up? Because I was a big kid when I was growing up myself. You kind of mentioned that last night when I spoke with you.
Total fatty fat growing up. So, you have to develop a personality. I was that pretty girl in her own way. She's got a nice personality kind of girl. And I said, screw this. If I hit the gym and become a hot chick, and I was right.
There you go. So you developed the mouth when you were the larger version of yourself, and then the body as you grew into adulthood. As you bloomed into a flower.
Get around on your looks for so long. After that, it's like, oh my God, have an education and be smart, and wow.
What a concept.
Mm-hmm.
You're working in Hollywood.
White Hollywood. I live in Hollywood, too. Fabulous town. We like to call it Holly Weird.
Yeah, Holly Weird, which is a phrase I use very often myself.
Strange and unusual.
People.
Yeah, it's like St. Mark's in New York City in the Village. That's what Hollywood Boulevard is like.
Yeah, see, I'm not familiar with... I've been to New York City once, and I'm Western New York, so I'm not familiar with like big city life, nor the crazy life like L.A. or New York.
I think of L.A. as like a suburb of like Brooklyn. It's very, very large and very, very flat.
And dry.
Yeah, it's very dry. Damn drought.
Now, is there a lot of Mexicans there too, huh? So you can kind of relate there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. God bless the Mexicans. Do all the jobs we don't want to do.
Right. That's why we have great apples and oranges.
You do have great apples. I was eating a couple apples earlier. Some Granny Smiths. I stole them from set last night. I had to have them. They brought out boxes of apples.
So what exactly, when I called you, it was about 5 o'clock Pacific time.
Yeah.
And you were off to work.
Yeah.
So basically you probably slept all day?
Yeah, I got up at 1 today to go to an audition for some emo hosting show. So I had all the black eyeliner today.
I don't know who emo is.
Emo is, all those kids that are, like, all moody and look like goths, but they're not really goths.
Okay.
Like I don't know. It's not my thing, but I'll act it up on TV.
It's a paycheck.
It's a paycheck.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you went off and you were in some movie, or you were an extra in some movies, or what were you doing beyond that?
Yeah, I was doing a bunch of background work this week, all-nighters. All-nighters, it was for some new Wayne Brothers movies.
Wayne's Brothers?
It's going to be hilarious. They were all there. A couple of them. I think Damon was there yesterday.
Oh, cool.
But it's going to be a hilarious movie.
Okay, better than, like, White Chick?
It's going to be way better than White Chick. But I got to say, I did not hate White Chick. I can't say I didn't hate it. I thought it was... I got a few laughs. I must confess.
Then that other one where one of them was like the kid or pretended to be a kid, or I didn't see that one either.
I didn't see that one. I'm sticking away from that one. You can't touch that. This one has something. This one is a dance movie. Another kind of step it up, and except in this one, the white kids win.
Oh, okay. It's about
Didn't mean to
time.
spoil the whole movie for you, though.
Yeah, sure. It's a major, intricate plot going on there. Nothing as complex.
I know a bunch of people that worked on Indiana Jones 4, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were all those blood monkeys running around, and then that scene got cut to like 30 seconds. I hear. I haven't seen it yet. I hear it's kind of terrible, a bastardization.
I heard that myself. I read a lot of reviews, and they weren't very good. So I'll pick it up on DVD.
Doesn't matter. They'll make their money anyway.
Right. Oh, exactly. Look how much money it's made already. I think like 219 domestically already, or something like that. I'm sure there'll be a 5.
Probably. With Shia, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the Transformer kid.
Yeah, the Transformer kid. That kid's been working a long time.
Yeah, he was in, the first I remember him, he was in iRobot. He had a small part in that.
And before that, he's been in iRobot, Transformers.
Right.
They're shooting Transformers 2 right now.
Right, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Right.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome.
You're in the wrong part of the country.
I am. Once again, always on the wrong side. Then he was in Holes. He was in that Keanu Reeves movie with...
Constantine.
Demons.
Constantine. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Good film, except like whenever I see Keanu Reeves, I'm like, all I hear from his mouth, whatever he may be saying is, whoa. That's all I hear.
He's very cardboard.
All we are is dust in the wind, dude.
The first person, actually the person that turned me on to you, so to speak, is Mr. Sean Rourke of Amanda Hades fame. You know who I speak of, correct?
I do. First-person shooter, Sean Rourke.
And you were actually in first-person shooter, which I didn't realize. I did see the movie a couple times. I do own it. Or I didn't own it. It was sent to me. I know it's not for sale. I didn't realize you were in there. What part were you in?
I was the green screen black slick outfit girl.
Oh, really?
Video game?
Really?
Yeah.
I would never have pictured. So you had a significant part in that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great movie.
I think it's a mockumentary type of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Like, this is Spinal Tap or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think it would have a
Did
cult...
Sean do well with that movie? I don't talk to him.
If he gets it out there, I think it would have, some kind of cult following. I think it's very good. It's very funny. And it's a movie no one knows about because, it's never been released, except to friends or people that think they're friends.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about me.
Well, you're the fanboy theater, so
yeah.
There's nothing better than fanboys than where I come from.
Right.
I my entire career to fanboys.
True that. Speaking of, how'd you get into going to the cons? I know the story. I've read your interviews and stuff, but I'm sure a lot of people that are listening don't know this story. And you're big into fanboys and nerds. So how'd you get into the whole cosplay thing and going to cons?
I started playing Tomb Raider, and I loved the game so much. And I was in New York, and the New York Metro Comic Con or some weird one that was going on at the Madison Square Garden, I think at the time. They were coming to town, and that was going to be my first convention. And I'm like, I think I could put this costume together. But I never did the regular Tomb Raider. I went straight to the black leather London crazy Emma Field type of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, exactly.
And I went there
from one of the levels you were playing on the game.
Yeah, the London level. And I put a very rough kind of suit together and went to this convention, and I was just a smash hit. In fact, I think Tracy Lords was headlining that year, and everybody was paying more attention to me than to her, and I pissed off Tracy Lords. My life is complete. Yay!
Has anyone paid attention to Tracy Lords like in 15 years, honestly?
I know. That girl. Good for her, I think. I don't know. I see her at a lot of conventions signing autographs and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I dressed up. Not talking of porn stars yet. We'll talk about porn stars in a minute.
Okay. I have a whole series of questions about that, so we'll get to that later.
Yeah. So, after that, I never stopped going to comic book conventions in the tri-state area, and went everywhere, dressed up everywhere, and just started meeting filmmakers and photographers, and sort of all my whole beginning of the career to these crazy events. And at the same time, I was doing Kung Fu, studying under a Shaolin monk. Yay! A real Shaolin monk, like 32nd generation Shaolin monk. And I'd never sparred, I never fought. I'm like such a woman of peace, it's not even funny. But I play violent women on TV. Decided to start auditioning for stunt, like martial arts stunt roles for movies. And that kind of, went hand in hand with being like this femme fatale character walking around at conventions. So you find filmmakers that are into this sort of thing, and they need, hot chicks that can kick really high. So kind of went in that direction, kind of worked out. I couldn't act at the time, squat. So there are quite a few things out there where I'm like, and then this happened. Lots of vampire things. Well, I don't get into vampire stuff. But wait, I do. I did a BloodRayne.
Well, right, exactly. Well, that's more of a
vampire than that.
It's more of a comic book kind of. Yeah, it's a vampire character, but it's more of a superhero kind of comic book character. So that doesn't.
Yeah, we based ours on the video game.
Which I don't know a lot about BloodRayne. I understand it was a video game, and there was a sequel, and then digital weapon.
Yeah, they started out with a video game, and then they came out with two of them, and I played them, and everybody was like, "You look just like her. Why don't you, cosplay her, dress up for a convention as her?" So, that costume. It took me a while to say, "Okay, I'll do it," because it's a very involved costume, and when I put my stuff together, I really go full out. Like, I actually commissioned my blades to be made by the same guy that does all the blades for the first movie, Johnny Depp.
Wow.
And they flip forward and they flip back just like in the game. And then Uwe Boll came around and made two horrible movies that had nothing to do with the game. That's why they, I feel that fans really appreciate it when you're kind of true to the character of wherever it originated, whether it's a comic book or a video game, and they're very happy to see something come to life versus let's just take this character and put it in a whole other story. And that's what BloodRayne was, one of those,
Yeah, absolutely. That's
okay. So when they made the movies out of it, one was a medieval thing and one was a Western. Meanwhile, BloodRayne, the video games, are Nazi era and currently, and she's hunting her family and her father, and she's trying to kill everybody. You know, like a good little vampire daughter should.
You're going down, Daddy.
Going down, and that's what the whole driving force. I wanted to do. All my friends are doing fan films. Actually, I got the idea from Valerie Perez.
Oh, okay.
Took her out on her Wonder Woman film short or fan film, and I don't know how she's doing with that. But she's like, "Why don't you do one?" And I'm like, "Well, why don't I? I already did a Tomb Raider one, and that's my only other good costume." I'm like, "Huh? Well, I guess I'm stuck with BloodRayne now."
And we did. We actually spoke with Valerie and Nick Murphy. It was like one of our first shows. So.
No, I read on your website.
Small world.
A small world. So I'm like, you know what, Val? You're right. I should do a fan film. I have all the resources, and I know enough people that can lend me their time and effort. So I quickly wrote up a nice little short script, completely based on the video game. We fight Nazis. I fight monsters from, like, a friend of mine actually donated all his time to make those CG monsters fly around. It was incredible. It took 2 days to film, and then a year of post-production. Yay!
How long did that take?
Very labor-intensive.
How long did that take?
We shot the last of it in December 2007, and then we tried to debut it at New York Comic Con, last month. And I brought a very rough cut with me to it, and it still took another 3 weeks after that to finish it. But it was a lot better online, what you see now, than the rough cut that the poor folks at Comic Con saw.
Okay. I like the shot at the end with all the skulls just laying all around, and you're on like the left-hand side of the shot. That was very cool.
Yeah, that's my buddy did all those skulls flying around and stuff. Great. My favorite part is, of course, the thing at the end where we don't have to really follow the story. It's kind of like this
little cameo
thing with Captain America. Yeah. Oh, funny scene. A friend of mine actually wrote me, if you were ever to do a fan film just based on that scene, the next scene would be us, the three of us, me, Captain America, and Wonder Woman, sitting around a poker table trying to play. Bad guy breaks in through the door, shoots Captain America in the chest. We dispatch the bad guy. We tend to Captain America, and we rip open his shirt, and there's a bullet stuck in all these aces tied to his chest.
All right.
I think that would be hilarious. Why, Captain America? How did that happen? I don't know, BloodRayne. Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman's like, oh, I think I'll get my lasso to get him to speak the truth.
That's another cool thing about fan films is that, it can never happen with the big studios because you can take different characters from different license owners and incorporate them into one film. So that's something else as far as, when I look at a fan film, I think that's cool. But I'm naive.
Yeah, we get to sneak around the licenses. We tippy-toe. But, I actually got in touch with Majesco and Terminal Reality, who are the creators of the video game, and they all loved it.
Huh.
Nobody said a darn thing to me, so I'm like, all right, crisis averted. Know about it.
After the fact or before the fact? After you made it or before?
After I made it, and I just emailed links to them, and everybody was just like, oh, that is so hilarious. And funny enough, some of the artists from the game got in touch with me and said, hey, if you're working on another project, we'd love to design for you. I'm like,
oh, that's great.
That in mind.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, that's the beauty of doing a fan film. You get recognition from the fans and then from the actual creators. Unless, it's like Marvel or Fox or something, and then they shut you down.
I think fan films should start getting recognition at real film festivals. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I am submitting mine to a bunch of film festivals. Nothing with, real cash value. But more like recognition and networking type of festivals.
Right.
Definitely gave it to the Dragon Con Film Festival. So, yay, it will be playing at, hopefully, if they accept it, in the rotation of movies in the hotel suites, because they have, the Dragon Con channel, and they just keep playing all the movies, and they're hilarious. Hilarious. It's non-stop fan films.
I didn't know they had an actual channel.
They do. During the convention,
right.
They have a channel. That's the best convention of the year. If you can make it down there, you go.
Okay.
My favorite. It's a non-stop party. Concerts, raves, fan films. Everybody dresses up.
Oh, that's cool. It's just like a big nerd boy Mardi Gras.
It is a big fanboy Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
I like that. You should write that down.
Well, I got it on recording, so I can...
Oh, yeah. Give out beads for best, smallest costume imaginable, which is naturally, nipple tassels and some floss.
Oh.
Which you can see running around and drag on. No other convention, I think, can boast as many gratuitously covered bits and pieces walking around in costume form.
I better make it down there then.
I know, you're missing out. Fanboys. Going out to all fanboys.
Goes that trip to the Bahamas.
Oh, forget the trip to the Bahamas. Naked women in costumes as far as the eye can see. I mean, there's like a whole fetish right there. Some sort of weird... There are those bondage superhero websites. Someone pointed it out to me, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot
okay.
Not to get off subject, there's a lot of comic book porn out there. I dabble in some comic book writing, and I deal with some people that actually make a living doing a very good living doing comic book porn and tattoos and just not porn, but that's a big industry out there. It's just not.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So we get off.
For a second, I thought you were going to say you dabble in comic book porn.
No, that's not my. I'm not interested in writing it. Watching it maybe, but not writing.
For money, anything is possible.
Right. Yeah, well, no, don't get me wrong. If someone came and said, here's a check, write some, I certainly would. I wouldn't turn them away.
Is that you producers out there? Publishers, anybody?
What's that?
I said, if you're a publisher out there...
and you dabble in porn, email us at...
Yes, email us at Fanboy Theater. Porn. We write at Fanboy Theater.
Yeah, exactly. Porn at fanfilmpodcast.com.
Exactly.
Okay. Anyways.
Now that I've made you all blushy.
Yeah. I'm not blushy. I'm just trying to get back to what I was talking about.
What were we talking?
I don't know. Gas prices? I'm not sure. What do you think? Did you see? I only saw about 10 minutes of the first BloodRayne movie. I turned it off, and I couldn't even remember. I don't even understand how they got Michael Manson in the freaking movie. I guess money.
They offered him money.
Yeah. Who else is? It's I got a list. I got Michael Manson was in it. Meatloaf, Michael Pere from The Greatest American Hero, Billy Zane. Like, who gives a shit about Billy Zane, anyways? Ben Kingsley. How the hell did they get Gandhi in that movie? Did you see that? You must have. Did I lose you?
Yeah. Maybe my phone went something about Gandhi and Billy Zane.
Yeah, Gandhi and Billy Zane hooked up recently. I read on CNN. It's a really weird story.
Damn, I missed it. I'm so out of the time.
Gandhi's still alive? Oh, thank you. Oh, Billy Zane, I love you so much. Give me a big kiss, Billy.
Well, he does preach all that love and stuff. I don't know, that Gandhi.
So, my question was, did you see the first BloodRayne film? What'd you think of that? Or the second one, for that matter? In the Old West, you must have.
I missed the Old West. The second one, I heard that most people couldn't even get through the first 10 minutes of the second one. So life is precious. I don't want to waste 2 hours of my time.
Right. But
I did see the first one, and I was kind of a funny story about how I saw the first one. A buddy of mine was working down on Sunset Boulevard in this building where they screen movies before they come out to clients and producers and whoever. And they have a small little private theater in there, and he called me and he's like, hey, they're previewing BloodRayne here. You should get down here right away. I'm not sure if it was Yui Bowl himself that I gave my headshot to, but I drove down there real quick because I live very close. I drove down there and I showed him a bunch of pictures of me dressed up as BloodRayne. And he's like, hey, you want to see the movie? I'm like, hell yeah, I do. So I got to see a private screening of this movie, and when I got out, he asked me, what'd you think? And I said, it didn't suck as much as I thought it would. That was the best compliment I gave him. Naturally, I didn't get called in for the second BloodRayne movie. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Bygones.
Yeah, right.
But they are making a third, I believe, and
Really?
they're all actually going to have Nazis. Yay. Yeah, watch out, everybody.
But the second BloodRayne was actually that chick who played Typhoid Mary from that Elektra movie. Just a little trivia I read online.
She's also the purple-haired girl from Dead or Alive. Mm-hmm.
They made that into a movie?
And, yeah, they made it into a movie. It's actually pretty fabulous. Devin Aoki's in it. Jamie Presley's in it. And I actually really enjoyed it.
When did that come out?
I thought it was actually really good.
When was that released?
It's at your local Blockbuster, I think.
Oh. You seem to be more into the video game stuff.
I'm a total geek.
Yeah, that's all right.
I don't bow my head in shame about it. I'm quite proud. Proud geek.
We allow that. We allow that here.
And fangirl. Yeah. Fangirl, geek. I'm hot. I don't care. I have boobs. I will distract you as I flee the room.
Well, a lot of fanboys do, too, so...
Go figure. I don't know how that happened. Goodness.
Non-boobs. You were also in. You also appeared in a movie that I actually bought for some unknown godly reason. You appeared in Comic Book the Movie.
I did.
I'll have to go back and watch it again. Was it like a quick shot?
Yeah, it was a quick shot of me as a Black Widow. I think,
okay.
That year.
And that's one of the other ones.
I thought that movie was hilarious. I got through a whole 30 minutes of it.
I was so disappointed. I thought it was just going to be...
I don't know what they were going for. I think Sean did it better. I hate to say it.
Yeah, exactly. With, the show escapes me. The show they did there, Geek Week. Is that what you're talking about?
No, Sean Rourke did it better than Comic Book the Movie with first-person shooter, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Geek Week.
Oh, no.
Do you know Geek Week?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's another thing.
Or maybe I do.
Sean was involved in, and his other cohorts in crime were in.
Nice.
I can link you.
Yeah. It's such a small world, even though we're all on different coasts.
Yeah. Was I going to ask
you? I'm sorry, what?
I said...
my cell phone keeps cutting in and out.
That's why you need a landline.
What? No one has a landline.
I'm talking to you on a landline.
You're in your car most of the time in LA, so you don't need a landline.
Oh.
And then bumper-to-bumper traffic. And I drive stick, so...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So you have
You never get out of first gear, ever.
You don't have to in LA anyways.
No. And the price of gas, like, we're all sitting here scratching our heads going, what do we do?
You know what? It's probably cheaper to hire 4 illegal Mexicans just to push your car to work.
You know, it would probably be cheaper than buying a gallon of gas these days. Wow.
All right. That's not very PC. We're not the politically
correct. On your part.
Exactly. I'm not very politically correct. Tony, you were in some, can I call them B movies?
Oh, yeah.
All right, like...
Terrible, horrible B movies.
Vampire Heat and Vampire Playmates?
Mm-hmm.
Were those your early works?
Yes, where I can't act, and yet I'm playing vampires, and a bunch of them, vampire lesbian kickboxers. I didn't do anything in that. I was, they were rolling credits over my face.
Where do you see these movies? Are these, like, on Cinemax at night, or did they even make it that far? They just go to festivals?
No, of course not.
Where does one see these movies?
If you want to see these things, you're going to have to do some real digging. If not, like, find the actual people's phone numbers and call them in the middle of the night with heavy breathing and ask for a copy.
So you're kind of getting sick of those roles. You're kind of looking for something media.
I'm looking for something more mainstream, That's why I'm starting to produce my own stuff. I'm sick and tired of waiting for someone to cast me in their stuff, so I just decided. I know enough people, and a lot of wonderful people, a lot of people that donated their time in my fan film, which, by the way, BloodRayneFanFilm.com, plug. Or you can Google my name, Vera Vanguard.
Or Warrior Mistress.
Or WarriorMistress.com, whatever and whatnot. Or Vera Vanguard on MySpace. Whatever. Just plug. Shameless.
That's okay.
Yeah, you know.
Well, you definitely got the personality. You're not the typical or atypical LA snob, I guess. Not that I've talked to any snobs, but maybe there's no snobs in the fan film industry. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But kudos to
I don't know.
Do you find most people are pretty real, or kind of a mix and match of assholes and not?
You know, you don't come to LA to make friends. You come to LA to work.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way it is. It's just such a very flat, big place that getting anywhere is very hard.
Okay.
And driving in traffic is very hard. And gas is hard. And, you know, it's just like a whole thing to try and get together with people in this town, unless you're very lucky and someone lives very close to you. Yeah, it's very hard to have friends.
I think if you make real contacts, I mean, I'm talking out of it anyways, but I mean, like Sean, I can only, throw his name out there. But if you make contacts like him, who's a genuine guy, who like I can shoot him a message, and not that we're great friends or anything, but he'll shoot you back a message and say, hey, what's up or whatnot. He doesn't seem to be a conceited prick.
Sean is one of those jewels that you just have to be happier around. And I owe meeting him to San Diego Comic-Con, so
yeah,
it's amazing.
Well, that's cool. Well, that's probably a good contact, and all the people that he works with seems to be kind of down to earth, and that's how you do it.
There are a lot of good kids in this town who are trying very, very hard to get into the industry, and the problem is when you get up at the higher levels of the industry, they see what a plain business it is, and how hard it is to be all creative and be all free, and they either
So am I.
I fed my ego with the BloodRayne fan film, and, it was all me. It's all about me.
You're actually doing another fan film. I don't know if it's still going on. You're doing like a She-Hulk fan film?
I already did it. I only have one quick scene in it where I'm the Black Widow fighting a cop, and that's on my WarriorMistress.com.
Yeah, that's where I saw
on YouTube, that little scene. But yeah, they are making a She-Hulk, and I think it's a full-length